welcome back. It's so good to see you again. If you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. This is the Autumn Acorn Knits. My name is Judy. It's a podcast about crafting, knitting, crocheting, anything crafty really, sewing, anything goes. And I have been not so great about podcasting. I intended to do one a week. Now I'm thinking one a month is probably more reasonable. Boy, it's just so much more work than I thought it was, so I do apologize. I actually had a big change in my life that just came up recently. So let's backtrack a little bit. I was director and for a while lead teacher of a preschool, a small nonprofit preschool in Vermont. It takes me about 50 minutes to get to work every day. I live in New Hampshire, and I was laid off from that job in June. I'd been there for 4 years. It was a pretty stressful position for many reasons that were outside of my control. And anyway, long story short, the board of directors from that preschool just contacted me not too long ago, one of the board of directors, and asked if I would be willing to come back part-time as director, and I would still be teaching as well, but not as much as directing. And I gave them a proposal, and I didn't expect that it would be met, and it was, so I was thrilled, delighted, just so happy that I was able to get the salary that I wanted, the hours, and a few other things that worked out. So I'm really excited, and I will start back on January 29th, so I still have 29 days left to prepare and kind of get some things done, because I will be at work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those will be my hours, so I can still podcast, knit, work on my health and wellness company, and teach everyone about, hopefully, how to get rid of chemicals from their home. So that's a really, really important goal that I'm not willing to give up. So yeah, anyway, that's my life right now, and holidays were awesome. I hope yours were too. We spent the Christmas down in Connecticut with my daughter Kelly and her husband Ken and their baby girl Charlie, and we went to my brother's house and we had a nice time on Christmas. Christmas Eve we spent at Kelly's, and she made us a wonderful meal all from scratch, and it was delicious. And then the next day we went to my brother's, and then right after that we went to my son-in-law Ken's family's house and had a big gathering there, so it was great. I'm going back again tomorrow, so today is January 1st, 2018, feels good to say that, and I will be headed back to Connecticut tomorrow, just me this time. Kelly goes back to work. She's been off from her job for 4 months as a nurse, and she's going back on Wednesday, so she's really, really nervous and having all those anxious feelings that you do when you have to leave your baby for the first time. So I'll be there the first week just to kind of ease that transition. It is freezing here in New Hampshire. I mean, literally negative. Right now it's -4. I think our high for this coming weekend will be like -10 or something ridiculous, and then the low will be, I want to say, -25 actual temperatures. So it is freezing. There's like 2 feet of snow outside. It is winter at its finest here, but it's so pretty. I don't mind. I'm not sweating. But let's get right into the podcast, shall we? Sorry if I shook the camera. I am wearing a finished object. Oh my word, can you believe I have finished the featherweight cardigan? I made it long. It's gonna be a little tricky to show you, but I made it on the longer side just because I like to cover up stuff, little booty. So I didn't want it really short, although I am going to be making another one and in a totally different color scheme, and I thought maybe I'd go shorter for the next one. But I'm so happy it's done. It is so warm and cozy and cuddly, And yes, there are probably 10 mistakes in it. And yes, I did have to rip back a lot. And it didn't go exactly as planned. And the yarn, the colors are so funny because this is my very first project with hand-dyed yarn. And I was warned that the different hanks could be different shades, but I had no idea how different. So look at this difference here. Can you believe that this is the same dye? Obviously a different bath, but supposedly it's the same, same yarn colorway. But I took a chance, and you know what? It's okay, because the sleeves change color at the same spot. I planned that, and the rest of the color changes are a lot more gradual. And I almost think it kind of looks like I planned it, right? It's a little fancy, so I'm okay with it. Just so thrilled. I finished it yesterday, so last day of the year, last day of 2017, and I was able to finish it. So I'm delighted, love it. I think it's going to become like maybe an everyday sweater. But I am going to start a new one right away because I loved it so much. It took longer than I thought, but hey. And the new featherweight cardigan will be in this beautiful shade of yarn. It's a blue and a green, which are my two favorite colors, mixed together. And this time I bought 4 skeins, and I've rolled up 3 so far. And if I need the 4th one, at least I'll have it, because that was a problem with this last cardigan. But I'm really, really loving this wool. This was a wool I got at Webb's yarn store. And with the intention of making a featherweight, and I bought 4 skeins. Each skein has 437 yards or 100 grams. It's a 75% superwash merino wool with 25% nylon, so very, very similar to this yarn. And I just think it's a great durable yarn for a sweater. So yeah, I can't wait to get that cast on. I'll definitely cast it on today. At least that's my intention. I finished my daughter's magic springtime shawl that I was working on in the Wonder Woman colors, and she loves it. It looks so pretty on her. It's so funny because, so I'm really happy that I was able to gift that to her on Christmas. It was really down to the wire, but I'm really happy because Joe loved it so much that he ordered some yarn yesterday from Etsy and wants me to make him one. So of course, to be worn as a scarf, which is how Kelly is wearing hers as well. So yeah, I'll be making him a springtime shawl. As soon as the yarn gets in, I'll cast that on. And he decided he loves the luxurious wools. No matter how much I try to talk him out of them, tell him like they're going to be, they pill easier and they drape a lot. They kind of pull and drag and whatever. He wanted it, so he chose 75% silk, 25% cashmere. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm hoping it works out. I mean, he's got his heart set on it. 2 colors he chose. I'll show you those when the yarn comes in. Oh, before I forget, this was a gift from my daughter Kelly. It is a beautiful acorn. I love it so much. And this, there's a little elephant on this. This is a lava bracelet. So right now I have tangerine essential oils on it, and just one huff and I feel better, calmer, happier. Love it. Yeah, this was made by my son-in-law's aunt, Nina. She is a jewelry maker, and she made me 10 of these. I bought them from her. I commissioned her to do this job. And so I'm giving each one to any of my new team members that buy a kit from me, a premium starter kit, will get one of these gorgeous diffuser bracelets with the elephant. So what's next? Oh, speaking of the springtime shawl, I will be making one for myself as well. And I'll put a picture of the yarn if I remember it here, but it was a Christmas gift from Joe. The yarn's not in yet. It should be here today or tomorrow. I'm hoping it gets here before I leave. Actually, not today. Today's a holiday, so tomorrow. And I'm hoping it gets here before I leave because I want to cast on another springtime shawl, magic springtime shawl for me. That's how much I loved this pattern. So we will have 3 in our family before long. I chose 3 really gorgeous hand-dyed colors. I'll show you though. It's no fun to talk about something when you can't show it. So that is in my future plans. I made a hat. Simple, very simple hat. It just has a pearled kind of a border, and then your basic spiral decrease on the end, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I like a loose hat, so there it is. I like the color. It's a robin's egg blue. So fun, right? Simple and fun. Oh, before I forget, too, I'm a little all over the place today, but this is a picture of the magic springtime shawl, if you're interested. It is normally made with 3 colors, so it'll work out really well for the 3 colors that I chose. Like I said, I made my daughter's in 2 colors. Hers were in the Wonder Woman colors, so the red and the gold. And then Joe's, I want to say his is a sage green and a kind of a taupe, so yeah, I love this pattern. I can't recommend it enough. It's by Kathy, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry, so I highly recommend it. I ordered this planner from Amanda Brungraber. She's a Young Living representative, and she does really, really well. She's one of our leaders, and she created this beautiful planner. It can be for anyone, but it really was designed for Young Living. It says Dreaming Big, Making Plans 2018, Uniting Your Life and Your Young Living Business. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful resource you can put in your business goals and your dreams and just plan everything out. She's got all these different areas to plan different things. Your spiritual, your health, your financial, your joy, your family, your business. Yeah, so anyway, that should be fun. I plan to finish reading this today, start reading this today rather, and then get started on it since it is the first day of January. I try to think of a word of the year. Well, I just started it last year because I've never had really good luck with sticking with anything, but this I stuck with. So my word for 2017 was relationships. And I may have talked about this before, but oh man, I made that goal and I set that goal and I reached that goal. Like I crushed it. I made so many new relationships this year, and just starting this podcast was a huge part of that. So I'm really excited to come up with a new word this year. I'm wondering if it's going to be balance, because now that I'll be working at the preschool and working on my health and wellness business and my knitting, I'm going to need some balance, I think. So maybe that'll be it. I'm not sure, but I do have to decide quickly. So, okay, let's see what's next to talk about. I have my notes, so I wanted to. Oh, the last. I announced the winner of the last giveaway. I didn't do it as grandly as I normally do. I normally announce it on the podcast. I just had to get it out. I wanted to get that gift out before Christmas. So I did. So I did the random number generator. I chose SONJA LOYD. She was the winner, and she already knows about it. She's already received her gift, and she loves it. So congratulations, Sonia. Before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas, I was looking to get rid of some old inventory that I had crocheted, and I had a bear hat. It's more of a hood. It's a velvet acorn on Etsy pattern, pay for pattern. And so I put up a photo of this bear hat thinking, okay, is anyone interested in a bear hat? And I ended up with, I think it was 15 orders. So I was crocheting like a crazy lady. I ordered this huge pile of yarn, and I just started going nuts. I was making up to 3 or 4 a day. And I wish I had maybe I can insert a picture here so you could see it, but whew, thankfully everything got to its owner on time for Christmas, and everyone was happy, so that worked out. It slowed me down a little bit though. So my works in progress, so right, the featherweight is now off the needles, starting a new one, starting 2 Magic Springtime Shawls. I am going to be doing a cowl. This was my sister's idea, Val. Thank you, Val, if you're watching. Never done a cowl, and mine will be a C-A-L, Crochet Along. And really what it means is just simply that I am going to be working on a project, and I would love it if you guys could work on it at the same time. It is a scrappy project, so you can just take out all of your scrap yarn and put it together, and let's knit together. So how fun is that? And I don't have an end date. The beginning date is today, January 1st. I don't have an end date. It may take the entire year. I don't know. I'm gonna play with that. I've never done this before. It's my first one, so bear with me. But I think you're gonna like it. I've already started, and I hope that's okay. I mean, I figured I'm making up the rules, so if I want to start and see what I think, it's okay. It is called the Hydrangea Stripe Blanket, and I found the pattern online. I will put the link here so that you have it as well. But if you just Google Hydrangea Stripe Blanket, you will find this pattern free. And it reminds me a lot of the granny stripe blanket that a lot of podcasters were knitting last year, only it's different. It's a little bit different. I like this one a lot. So here is mine. Like I said, I've already started it a couple weeks ago, I guess. And here's my stripes. I went pretty wide. It is so drapey. I wish you could feel how soft and how drapey this is. I just love it. I think it's going to come out gorgeous. I'm using a fingering weight yarn. Mostly it's all sock yarn. A lot of it was hand dyed, some of it's commercial. I ended up buying a bunch of minis from an Etsy, 2 Etsy sellers actually. So yeah, it's just so simple. All you're doing is 2 double crochet, a chain 1, and then 2 double crochet, and that makes your cluster. And then you just do a single crochet here, and then you repeat all the way across, and you just keep repeating and repeating, and it's so easy and mindless, and I love it. Mine is living in, I almost said housing in, this pretty Suitcase Farmer. It says Farmer's Market on it. Oops. And here's all my minis, and I'm just keeping it in here. I have a little Velcro up here for my hook, and then I have a pair of scissors with Velcro on them that I keep up there sometimes. And then I can just carry it around with me and work on it when I need some mindless crocheting. And I have my yarn stuck. So I hope you'll join along. I've made a Ravelry page for this Crochet Along, this cowl. But again, this is something I'm new at, so bear with me. There'll be a learning curve, I'm sure. But I would love to see your projects. Love to see if you're working on this, what colors you're using, and how it's coming out. That would be sweet. So yeah, thank you guys. Oh, the prize. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about the prize. So before I show you, I want to tell you, there's a Needle Cozy by April Maisie, of the Steady Hand. There is a fall project bag and a Dear Progress marker by Penny Doucette of GMHN Knits. And the last thing is a skein of yarn that was hand dyed specifically and specially for the Autumn Acorn by Brianna of Knit Coast Shop. And she also donated 2 stitch markers. But this skein of yarn, I am so in love with it, and one of you is going to win all of that just by joining along with the Knit Along. You don't have to finish. There's no rules about that. You just have to be crocheting the Hydrangea stripe blanket, showing your work, and hopefully talking about it in the thread. So let me show you the beautiful prize package. I don't want it to fall out, but I'll try to show you how gorgeous it is. And now I'm going to take out everything so you can see it close up. Here's the project. Whoops, I knew I would do that. Here's the project bag by GMHN Knits by Penny. It's got the pleated bottom. I love the color, and it is a drawstring bag. It's just so pretty. Can you see that okay? Very nice work. I love it. I love the 2-color design especially. That really is. It's nice because they stand up when they're pleated. The bottom's pleated. And then also by Penny of GMHN Knits is this adorable little deer stitch marker. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So cute. Love it. So that will be coming to you, as well as the Needle Cozy by the Steady Hand, where I get all of my needle cozies. Such a pretty design. So handy. It's got the 3 snaps to hold your projects in place. You can hold your circular needles in here or double points, either one. So you will receive that. You will also receive these 2 stitch marker progress keepers by Knit Coast Shop. Knit Coast Fibers, I'm sorry, Knit Coast Fibers. Very pretty. And this gorgeous skein of yarn that I can't even tell you. I asked her when she made this offer, I said, could you make a skein of yarn that looks like an acorn? And this is what she came up with, and I just could not be happier. So pretty. So pretty. So it says, hello, my name is Autumn Acorn. It's on the bunny sock base, which is 100% superwash merino wool. 400 yards, 100 grams, 2-ply, fingering weight. Could be yours if you join the Crochet Along. I'm going to do that a lot, I bet. I'm going to call it a knit along. It's a crochet along, but forgive me. So yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Try to put these back in as nicely as they were before. Alright, perfect. And seal it up. Okay. Well, I think that is just about it for today. I've kept it pretty short. I wanted to keep it under a half hour. I hope to get another podcast out soon before I go back to my job. And I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday, and I hope that you have a bright and shining new year. I hope everything you wish for comes true, but you know you have to make it come true. You design your own life, so you're in charge. Yeah, that's it. Happy New Year. Bye, guys.